Many people say one reason for the increase in gun violence in this country is the sheer number of firearms in private hands. According to the ATF, U.S. gun makers produced 11.3 million weapons in 2020, more than half of them handguns. That's almost triple the number of guns produced 20 years ago, when firearms like hunting rifles were more popular. Jeff Pegues spoke to NYPD Deputy Commissioner John Miller about why there are so many guns on the streets.
From a shot fired at a convenience store to a shootout on the street and stray bullets killing kids, police say that they are seeing more guns on America's streets than ever before, some traceable, many not.
All of these were taken off the streets.
All of these weapon systems were recovered off the streets of New York.
ATF Special Agent John DeVito and Deputy New York City Commissioner John Miller say gun arrests are up in the city, but there is a bigger problem.
80% of the people we arrest with loaded guns in the street are not in jail or in prison.
4,900 gun arrests last year alone, only 17% of them were prosecuted.
Only 17%.
Yeah.
They believe a combination of factors, including backlogs in the courts caused by COVID and bail reform, are contributing to the problem.
So that's a combination of factors, including new laws in this state, in New York State, that say people should be released without bail, or if bail is to be set, it has to be a bail that the defendant can afford under the least restrictive conditions. So you're seeing a lot of people involved in gun crime who would have been in, who are out.
There is also a new influx of weapons moving into New York on what's sometimes called the Iron Pipeline, weapons with a higher bullet capacity and more firepower.
I wish it was a pipeline, because a pipeline would be easy to identify, investigate, and stop. What we have is an unknown number of garden hoses all over this country on a slow trickle that are feeding the criminal marketplace on a daily basis.
And now there is also what they've called the plastic pipeline. Plastic ghost gun parts ordered online and built at home. A tougher pipeline to shut down. After a recent raid, police found a machine still carving out new ghost gun parts to keep up with what law enforcement believes is currently an insatiable demand.
We've seen ghost guns being produced in very small apartments. We've seen them in basements. We've seen them in closets. You really don't need much room to put these guns together.
To combat the rise in gun violence, DeVito and Miller say that there has to be a renewed focus on prosecution.
If you arrest your way out of the gun problem and people go to jail, then you're going to find your gun problem is going to go down. When you're arresting your way through the gun problem and there is no consistent consequence to people carrying guns, you're going to see what you're seeing now, which is people are not afraid to carry. People are not afraid to shoot.
There are a lot of people in this country who feel the more guns that are out there, the safer we're going to be.
Statistics have proven that to be wrong again and again.
Miller believes that there is a boom on ghost gun orders right now because of a new rule that will take effect in August requiring that the plastic guns are stamped with serial numbers to make it easier to trace them if, Nate, they're used in a crime.
I hear you on that, Jeff. Much more to do when it comes to gun laws and gun safety. Thank you so much.